let's play a game right now with meteorologist Melissa Frey. We're going to wrap up July. Did we actually see any rain?
Not a single drop, at least here in Eugene. It was bone dry July, and that doesn't happen all that often. It is one of our driest months. July and August that combined is the driest time of the year. But this year it was a whopping 0 for rain. The last time we saw that was 10 years ago, back in 2003. Before that, you have to go all the way back to 1961. So it's only happened 2 other times in the past 50 years. Then before that, you have to go back to the early 30s. Not only was it dry, but it was hot. We had 11 days that were above 90 degrees here. That's abnormal. We had 17 that were above 80 degrees and 2 that were right at 79. And then there was yesterday, the final day of the month. We only got up to 77 degrees, the coolest day that we had seen since late June, and definitely cooler than what's normal for this time of year. The average high for the second half of July is about 84 degrees, and you can see we were above that for most of the month. These cooler temperatures not only in Eugene but across most of the state. Corvallis, you also only topped out at 77. Portland at 76. Even Roseburg only getting up to 76 yesterday. The coast continuing to be in the low to mid 60s, and that cooler air even pushing east of the Cascades. In Central Oregon, your high temperatures only got into the low to mid 80s yesterday. That stayed all the way over into eastern Oregon until you get right over to the Idaho border, where those highs did get back into the mid 90s there yesterday. So not quite reaching that far, but the rest of us quite chilly for this time of year. We also had the clouds. We had 2 different forms of clouds yesterday, keeping us nice and cool. We had that marine layer, that onshore of the flow that pushed in from the coast. And then we also had those higher clouds moving up from the south with that storm that did bring in some thunder showers. That was especially the case up over the Cascades. Hundreds of lightning strikes reported there last night. One cell that did move through was rather severe near Crescent Lake last night. They saw hail that was 1 inch in diameter. That's pretty big for this area. And then over into Central Oregon, we're continuing to see those thunder showers there this morning as well. Frequent lightning strikes all the way through this evening. Red flag warnings are in effect until 11 p.m. For all of those red areas that you see on the map. Back west of the Cascades, we do have those clouds sticking with us this morning, and those will be pretty thick and hard pressed to move on through this afternoon. Same story as you head down into Roseburg. Temperatures starting out in the upper 50s and low 60s. So the reason for the cooler air, we saw that trough of low pressure move in from the north, little dip in the jet stream there, bringing in that cool Arctic air with it. And then we had that area of low pressure, a separate storm down at the surface that helped to fuel those thunder showers yesterday. As that continues to move north and east, those thunder showers will also move north and east, pretty much east of the Cascade Crest today. Could see a few on the west slopes, but I don't expect any here in the valley. Once we get through this storm Friday afternoon, high pressure returns and we'll get back to those warm summer conditions. Precision Cast showing those clouds sticking with us today. Breaks up a little bit this afternoon. As we head into Friday morning, we'll see the cloud cover, but by Friday afternoon, you see at 2 p.m., those clouds do retreat to the coast. And then as we head into this weekend, more sunshine and warmer temperatures to go with it. So for the coast, you'll be back into the low 60s. Afternoon sun breaks, pretty much a status quo for you. You'll stay in the low 60s through the weekend, then mid 60s early next week. Could see a little bit of drizzle there today and tomorrow. The Umpqua Basin, mid 70s, mostly cloudy, continuing to stay cool on Friday as well at 79, and then it's right back into the upper 80s and low 90s early next week. The Cascades also quite chilly, low 60s, thunder showers all the way through this evening. Same story in Central Oregon, where you'll top out in the low to mid 70s, and then you'll get back into the low 80s this weekend, clearing out and much warmer early next week. And for the Willamette Valley, our highs will be in the low to mid 70s, mostly cloudy for us today. We'll see less cloud cover Friday, but still cool at just 76. Again, today is cooler than any day in the entire month of July, but we do get right back into the upper 80s early next week. We're not done with summer just yet.
And there you see it. We're seeing a sneak peek at the weekend. Looking good for a barbecue, I think so.
Definitely, yeah.